and welcome to Live at 4 on this Christmas Eve. Charlotte Deleste in for Susan Simon. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Heading out for the holidays?
Yes, got to go see the parents.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be a very, very good time. And good traveling weather, too. Thank goodness.
Absolutely. But maybe on the way home.
Right. But you know what? We'll deal with that.
We'll get to that in just a bit. But first, topping our news today. Speaking of travel, what a mess. The State Patrol closed I-94 in both directions near Eau Claire today after dozens of cars and trucks crashed due to icy roads.
And early this afternoon, a jury found Kim Potter guilty in the shooting death of Daunte Wright. Now she will await sentencing. Plus, we'll soon have not one but two pills to fight COVID, but most people won't have access to them at first. We'll explain why not. But first at 4, a huge pileup on the ice-slicked interstate in Jackson County early this morning. More than 24 people were hurt. Incredibly, no deaths. The multiple crashes involved more than 100 vehicles. Home video shows some of those on fire. Several emergency agencies responded to a multiple vehicle crash around 5:45 this morning and found a semi unit ablaze in the median on fire with 2 passenger vehicles underneath it. Several secondary crashes and runoffs occurred in the general vicinity. More than 20 ambulances were called to the scene. The victims were suffering from trauma, scrapes, and broken bones. The interstate was closed in both directions for hours, and the patrol blamed freezing rain for icy conditions shortly before 6 o'clock, along with I-94 corridor from Menominee to Black River Falls. Wow. So this crash comes on one of the busiest travel days of the year. AAA says more than 109 million people will travel 50 miles or more from now until January 2nd, despite concerns about the Omicron surge. While domestic flights did not require proof of vaccination nor a negative COVID test, all travelers are required to wear masks and advised to pack some patience. For those planning holiday gatherings indoors, the CDC is warning Americans to keep it small and get tested ahead of time.
That week before people get together is really crucial. Of course, if they can get rapid testing right before, like the moment before they're about to take off their masks, that's even better.
AAA says most travelers, roughly 100 million people, will hit the roads. Gas prices are about $3.29 a gallon. That's more than $1 more than last year. Let's take a look outside. Not a bad day. A lot of people out traveling and walking around and looking at Christmas decorations, apparently.
Oh, there's so many to look at out there.
Everything's lit up this year. The weather word's dreaming of a green Christmas. Dana's in the backyard. No snow for Rudolph.
No snow, but I do think Rudolph is actually going to be necessary Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. We'll get to that in just a second. Right now, a cloudy sky overhead. Temperature-wise today, it's been pretty mild out. Right now, we're at 38 in Madison, pretty close to 40 degrees, and we're expecting temperatures to stay warm yet again heading into tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and for Christmas Day. 43 currently in Janesville, 38 in Platteville. Compared to this time yesterday, it's quite a jump. Yesterday, we were pretty seasonable, so we're trending about 14 degrees above where we should be for this time of year in Dane County. Of course, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Plan on a mostly cloudy sky, some fog and some drizzle possible. That fog, especially later at night. So I do think having Rudolph on hand will be a good thing for Old St. Nick for Christmas Eve. Mild temperatures for the next few days. Again, a little bit of drizzle and a little bit of fog expected for tomorrow. And then a little bit of mix as we look ahead to Sunday. That post-Christmas travel could get a little slippery outside. We'll look at the timing of that in just a few minutes. As far as traffic is concerned right now, it's been busy on the Beltline today. Of course, that accident further to the north, not quite within the range of our traffic data, not being able to pull up those delays earlier this morning. The delays right now on the Beltline, mainly eastbound for the interstate through Rock and Dane County. Right now, not seeing any delays, but I imagine that's going to change as we go through the next few hours. From the Beltline to Janesville, 24 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, 18 minutes for us this evening.
All right, Tina, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. A former Minnesota police officer charged with manslaughter for mistakenly using her gun instead of a taser to subdue a suspect has been found guilty in the death of Daunte Wright. Dina Demetrius has the latest.
Find the defendant guilty.
Kim Potter glanced down briefly, her attorney's hand on her shoulder, as the jury delivered its verdict. The former police officer found guilty of both first and second-degree manslaughter in the fatal shooting of a young black driver in April.
Members of the jury, is this your true and correct verdict? So say you won, and so say you all.
Yes.
During closing arguments, the prosecutor called Potter reckless and culpable.
Safe handling of a firearm does not include firing it into a car with 4 people directly in harm's way.
Potter's defense insisted she made a deadly mistake, pulling her Glock pistol when she thought she was grabbing a taser and then firing a single bullet into Daunte Wright's chest.
How can you recklessly, consciously handle a gun if you don't know you have it?
I'm sorry it happened.
Potter sobbed on the stand as she testified in her own defense.
I remember yelling, "Taser, taser, taser," and nothing happened. And then he told me I shot him.
Potter had been a highly regarded 26-year veteran of the Brooklyn Center police force before the April shooting. The judge ordered her held without bail until sentencing in February. Dina Demetrius, CBS News.
Former President Donald Trump turned to the Supreme Court today in a last-ditch effort to keep documents away from the House committee investigating the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. Trump is claiming that as a former president, he has the right to assert executive privilege over the records.
The FDA has authorized a second COVID-19 pill, a Merck drug for high-risk adults who test positive, to take it home when there are no other options. It comes a day after the agency granted emergency use authorization for Pfizer's more effective antiviral pill. The FDA found Paxlovid significantly reduced the risk of hospitalization for those at risk of serious illness. The Wisconsin DHS said late this afternoon, we'll get some of the pills in the coming weeks, but they'll be going to the most vulnerable people, not the general population. The new treatments come as the Omicron variant continues to surge, and the demand for at-home tests has skyrocketed.
We're not where we need to be on testing. No one is saying we are. That's why we have tried to take additional rapid steps and be as bold and ambitious as we can with the available supply that is on the market.
New York City announced it's scaling back New Year's Eve in Times Square, reducing crowds from 58,000 to 15,000, and everyone will have to show proof of vaccination and remain masked. Also today, Universal Orlando will once again require face coverings for guests and team members indoors. And COVID has apparently gotten into the UW men's basketball program. Tonight's game against George Mason has been canceled. Morgan State was the original opponent for tonight's game, but Morgan State had a back out after they experienced some COVID issues, so the UW found George Mason to play. A UW women's game scheduled for this afternoon also was canceled due to COVID issues on the women's side.
Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett has been sworn in as U.S. Ambassador to Luxembourg. He took the oath at the federal courthouse in Milwaukee. Barrett, a Democrat, resigned at 5 o'clock yesterday after 17 years as mayor of Wisconsin's largest city. Barrett says he's looking forward to learning more about things like international finance and climate change policy, which will be important in his new role.
I'm very, very excited. There's a lot of work that's done in those substantive fields, but then there's also a lot of work done, again, representing America. And I feel comfortable, having been mayor, of going out among the people. So that part I feel very comfortable about.
Barrett said that being mayor was the hardest and most rewarding job he's ever had.
Revered author and essayist Joan Didion has died. Her precise social and personal commentary in such classics as The White Album and The Year of the Magical Thinking made her a uniquely clear-eyed critic of turbulent times. Along with Tom Wolfe, Nora Ephron, and Gay Talese, Didion emerged in the 1960s being called the new journalist and wedded literary style to nonfiction reporting. Her publisher said she died from complications of Parkinson's disease. Joan Didion was 87 years old. There's more to come at 4. We've been showcasing the winners of the first annual Amy Awards.
They're given to women who make a difference in our communities, and we will profile the winner of the Teacher Award when Live at 4 continues.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this holiday season and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Welcome back. Hundreds of donors showed up at the Red Cross's annual holiday blood drive.
The goal for the drive at the Alliant Energy Center was 600, but more than 745 people made it in. It was the most in 5 years. This is the Red Cross's biggest single blood drive in the state of Wisconsin, and the communications director there says it allows people to make a special gift this time of the year.
You'll see families come out. It's really part of the ritual, a part of what they do during the holidays. This is just, you know, it's right there with, you know, lighting the candles, presents under the tree, making a blood donation.
Well, if you couldn't make it today, the Red Cross says they have plenty more drives coming up during the holidays to give that life-saving gift.
Well, investors seem to shrug off Omicron concerns as stocks continue to soar. The Dow Industrials added 196 points, closing at 35,950. The Nasdaq gained 131, and the S&P 500 was up 29 points, and that was good enough for a record close. Up 28 points, that is. Well, we wrap up our look today at the Madison women who have been named winners of the first annual Amy's, an award given to those who embody the work and spirit of entrepreneur Amy Gannon, who died in a helicopter crash 2 years ago. Today's Amy winner was nominated as the teacher. Annie Vang grew up in Madison, in Wisconsin, that is, the child of Hmong immigrants.
She was certain she wanted to work as a computer program developer, and as Susan Simon shows us, despite daunting disappointments, Annie succeeded despite being caught in 2 cultures, even developing her own app.
The beginning of a school year always brings a mix of emotions. For Annie Vang, walking the halls of Madison College feels like coming home.
I felt like this is where I was born.
Annie studied nursing at UW-Madison, but soon realized she was on the wrong path. She made the difficult decision to drop out.
I knew where I failed in the past, and where people have told me it would not amount to anything. But when I came here, I really just wanted to show people that I'm talented. But when I came to Madison College, I saw that like there were people that were of all ages, all ethnicities, all different stages of their life. And I thought, hey, I think I could build a home here.
Annie has always known since she was a little girl what her true passion is. When were you first exposed to computers?
1989.
You know the year.
Yes, 1989 in a 6th grade classroom at Randall Elementary in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
And what date and what month and what time of the day? Why is it that so significant to you?
Because I'd never seen a computer before, and I always remember that little Apple logo, and I loved like playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and Oregon Trail, and those were just super fascinating for me.
Dan, you asked your teacher if you could do something with computers for a living.
Because I loved like computers so much, I took like every computer class possible up until like freshman year of high school, and I asked my teacher, like, I really wanted to make those things, and she told me like I would not be successful because I was not a boy and I was not a genius, and I felt really sad. I was really embarrassed, and I actually just thought maybe that just wasn't for me.
Annie was just 2 years old when her parents left everything to start a new life and live the American dream.
I was born in a refugee camp in Thailand, and then my family immigrated to the United States in '79, and we lived in Iowa, and then we moved to Milwaukee, and I actually grew up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Did you speak any English?
When I first came to the United States, no. My first native language is Hmong. I learned to speak English by watching Big Bird, Popeye. My mom says I watched a lot of Popeye and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
So Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers taught you English?
Yes.
That's incredible. Annie's personal experience, coupled with a degree in web development from Madison College, led to her creating 2 phone apps. So what is your app called?
It's called Hmong Phrases.
Hmong Phrases.
And I am the sole, this is my voice.
Is it really?
It is, it's my voice. So I'm a one-woman show. I do all the design, I do all of the coding and all the audio sounds and all the translation.
Annie launched the Hmong Phrases app in 2011 and updated it this summer. It's divided into colorful sections of common words and phrases in both Hmong dialects, green and white. If I wanted to say to your parents, hello, how are you?
Yes.
How would I do that?
Well, you could search for it. A lot of my customers are, I want to say, non-native Hmong speakers, because they are interested in Hmong culture and Hmong language, and so they use this app as a reference to speak simple conversational phrases to Hmong speakers.
Your app, I understand, has about 4,000 paid downloads already. So what do you think that freshman teacher would say to you today?
I hope that if I ever meet her again, I would still like to thank her. In my heart, she probably never knew that it hurt me, but I forgave her a long time ago. And I'm just blessed that, like myself moving forward, I want to encourage more girls to go out there.
In addition to the Hmong Phrases app, Annie developed an app called Yumaholic, which teaches Southeast Asian cooking. She also has a YouTube channel where she shares Hmong food and Southeast Asian recipes.
Overachiever.
Yeah, right? What are we doing?
Congratulations to her.
And a reminder, Annie and the other Amy winners will be showcased in a News 3 Now special presentation hosted by Susan, Reaching Higher, the Amy's, on Christmas Day at 6 o'clock.
It's a great way to spend Christmas. It's a good show. Well, are you getting ready to head out for the holidays? It's best to be prepared.
We'll get some expert travel advice from CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg coming up after Dana's holiday forecast.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Stop
whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2021 Ford F-150 and get 0% financing for 66 months plus $500 cash back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, take a look at this. Stressed out about traveling for the holidays this week? Well, the Reno Airport in Nevada wants to help take a little bit of that stress away with the help of these festive four-legged friends.
It's dogs. Okay.
These
Yay.
certified therapy dogs from Paws for Passengers teamed up with the airport to help spread a little holiday cheer and bring smiles to those navigating the crowded terminals. Everything's better with a dog.
Everything's better with a dog. See, you thought dog, and I was thinking, oh, do they give you extra quarters to gamble? Yeah, that's totally what I thought. I was like, that'd be really nice.
Dogs are better.
I totally
Reno,
agree.
though. It made sense.
Yeah.
It's still, they have it there, so.
Do both, maybe.
Yeah, why not? With the dog by your side.
With the dog by your side,
Good luck
keeps you
charm.
calm. Exactly, exactly.
So, pretty good travel weather.
Really, yeah. Thankfully, we, of course, had a little bit of a messy situation earlier today further north, but it does look like conditions should be okay for the rest of this evening and tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at what might get a little slick outside after Christmas, right after the break.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now get an Edge with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
It's time to spread game. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming with an all-new tour. 4 quarters of big plays, ankle-breaking moves, and ball-handling wizardry. Do they dunk? Do they dunk? See the stars rattle the rim in the all-new in-game dunk contest. This is the team everyone can cheer for. The Spread Game Tour is coming. Don't miss the Globetrotters playing in Madison on January 2nd. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer and, well, just beer. to the ones who do the most and the ones who do the least, to the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $100.
More than ever, America needs healthcare workers. So if you're ready to answer the call, Herzing University empowers you to earn the skills you need for all kinds of healthcare careers, including programs that can be completed in 10 months. Accredited and transfer-friendly, Herzing provides the personal care and support you need to succeed. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Your nation needs healthcare workers. Join the movement at Herzing University. Call or click today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, earlier we looked back at our snow on the ground over the last few Christmases, and it's been a while since we really had a white Christmas for us in Madison, and it's also been a while since we've had any sort of measurable precipitation at all in Madison. Our rain, last time we had rain coming down in 2016. Looking back at our temperature trend over the last 5 years, we've had a few cold ones. We've also had a few mild ones. So when we talk about temperatures on Saturday being close to 40, it's not quite as mild as we have been, but it's also still a little bit above average for where we should be right now. Light snow still falling well to the north towards Rhinelander. Of course, earlier today we had some light freezing drizzle in the northern portion of the state, but southern Wisconsin right now just under a cloudy sky, a little chilly outside, but not too bad really for us for a Thursday evening heading into Christmas Eve. What Mark called it Christmas Eve earlier. Mostly cloudy for tomorrow. We might see a few light showers coming through, but temperature-wise in the mid to low 40s for afternoon highs. So it is going to be just rain coming down for our Christmas Eve. That is good news again for travel conditions for us for late Friday. Heading into Saturday, Christmas Day. This is right at midnight. Temperatures in the upper 30s at that point, and it will stay a little cool outside to start off the day in the low 30s, and then in the afternoon, a little bit of clearing possible with high temperatures landing close to 40 degrees. Once we get through Christmas heading into next week, a few more chances for some light snow or flurries to come through, so we're trending a little bit above average with our precipitation pushing into the start of January. Our temperature trend a little below average. It does seem likely that the western half of the country sees a cool down and the southeast portion sees a warm up for us, but in that 8 to 14 day outlook, we're still trending just a bit below average for southern Wisconsin. 47 the high for tomorrow for Christmas Eve. Cloudy outside, very mild with that fog coming through, so I do think having Rudolph available will be a good move for St. Nick for tomorrow. For Christmas Day, plan on any drizzle coming down, ending pretty early on, and we will get some sunshine coming through again later on in the day. Partly sunny skies early on in the low 30s. Temperatures later on in the day rising up close to 40 degrees and then cooling down again overnight. So it should be a pretty dry day travel condition-wise for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Things don't look too bad outside, but we're certainly not going to have a white Christmas this year. Temperature-wise, close to 40 degrees for Saturday and for Sunday and for Monday heading into the start of next week with a mild spot. We'll have a system, a few rounds actually, of some rain and light snow mixed expected for the start of next week. Could see some spots of sunshine in there. I don't think we're going to see any real snow accumulation out of that for the start of the week, but it could make things a little slippery for folks coming back home on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on once we get through Christmas. By the end of next week, we're looking ahead to New Year's Eve at that point, and it's going to be cold outside, but just some flurry chances early in the day.
No big storms.
No big storms coming through right now. So if you have a snow gun or snowmaker, then that's how you're getting snow right now in southern Wisconsin, because it's not coming from the sky.
At 47 on Friday. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. That's Christmas Eve. Good job.
We'll get you caught up on the days.
Right.
Yes.
All right, Dana, thank you.
Our news hounds Louie and Oliver are starting their holiday early, but they had a few stories they wanted to share with you on this Christmas Eve.
They did. In fact, lions and gorillas got to open their Christmas presents a little early at the London Zoo. Asiatic lions Bonnie and Ari sniffed out their colorfully wrapped presents in the land of the lions. Lioness Ari carefully picked up her gifts while Banu just like rolling around in his. The zoo's western lowland gorillas dug into their gifts, filled with juicy carrots and tasty Brussels sprouts.
And some monkeys at Germany's Berlin Zoo got festive treats as well. Check out these curious squirrel monkey mamas. They enjoyed reaching in all the Christmas stockings to check out their holiday goodies. Squirrel monkeys are native to South America and live in groups high above the ground in tree canopies. The moms carry their adorable babies on their backs.
They had 4 new recent births, so they're excited about that. Meanwhile, Santa paid a visit and brought holiday cheer to some of the animals at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens. St. Nick brought treats and holiday-themed enrichment to the red pandas, hippos, and meerkats, which all dug in and enjoyed holiday cheer. And happy holidays from Louie and Oliver and the whole gang at the News Hounds World Headquarters, which is pretty much just Charlotte and me at this point. All right, next, hear how travel expert Peter Greenberg avoids losing his luggage when flying.
And then at 5, how some restaurants have come up with novel ways to recruit and keep new workers.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
I was thinking maybe
your mom's car.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
It's time to spread game. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming with an all-new tour. 4 quarters of big plays, ankle-breaking moves, and ball-handling wizardry. Do they dunk? Do they dunk? See the stars rattle the rim in the all-new in-game dunk contest. This is the team everyone can cheer for. The Spread Game Tour is coming. Don't miss the Globetrotters playing in Madison on January 2nd. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com.
Happy holidays from our Dwellings family to yours. Happy holidays.
Ice, snowy, slippery conditions. Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. So when severe winter weather is coming, you'll have plenty of time to plan your life, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team, First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now.
Millions of Americans are already on their way to holiday destinations despite the latest COVID surge.
AAA says more than 109 million people will travel 50 miles or more between today and January 2nd, and more than 6 million are expected to fly, a 184% increase from last year.
That's amazing. CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg joining us now with what we need to know. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
We're doing great. Let's start with travel right now. Any empty seats on airlines, or are people canceling their plans because of the latest surge?
Well, let's start with the cancellations. There are a number of cancellations happening for flights overseas, but that doesn't mean they're going to be empty seats, because those cancellations are now transforming into what? The people who are canceling those flights are not canceling travel. They're rebooking for domestic flights, their Plan B or their Plan C destinations, which means that if you're flying in the U.S., those planes are going to be full.
What should travelers know as they head out the door, no matter if they are flying, driving, or taking the train?
Well, if they're flying, keep in mind the airports are going to be crowded. There's no surprise there. The TSA is going to have longer lines. No surprise there. They're still not up to full staffing levels. But here's the key, and I would give you this advice whether it's now or before the pandemic. Because it's the holiday season, people are checking bags. I believe there are two kinds of airline bags, carry-on and lost. I've always said it. But because it's the holidays and you're checking bags, here's what you got to do. When you get your bag tag at the counter, it's going to have barcodes on it. When you get to the gate, show that barcoded tag to the gate agent and say, can you please scan this and make sure my bags are actually loaded onto this flight. If you're going to be connecting flights, and so many people do that at your connecting airport as well. Second of all, give yourself at least a 90-minute connect time between connecting flights. Because if you miss that first flight or that first flight's late, the second flight, you may miss that. They can't put you on another flight because it's already full, and you'll be spending the night at that intermediate airport. 90-minute minimum connect time on connecting flights. For trains, they're full. Amtrak is actually all full. Now, the roads, I don't have to tell you about that. The people who are canceling some of those international flights, they're going to do road trips. So get out early. The good news about the road trips is not everybody's leaving at the same time. Here's the bad news. They're all coming back at the same time, next Sunday and Monday, so try to stagger your return, just like everybody staggered their departure.
Let's ask an expert yourself. What do you do with your bags when you're flying?
Well, to tell you the truth, on domestic flights, I haven't checked a bag in years. In my case, I FedEx my bags, or you can use UPS or any one of a number of courier services. And if you do it right, for about $25 more than the airlines will charge you for losing your bags, you save 2.5 hours of your life every time you travel. Because I'm not schlepping the bag to the airport. I'm not putting it over on the next TSA line. And then when the plane lands, I'm not in that refugee center known as baggage claim with everybody else hoping that my bags are on the same flight that I was on. The bottom line here is when I get to my destination, whether it's my home or a hotel or a friend's house, guess what's waiting for me? My bags.
That's a good point. So what do you think travel will look like in early 2022 for hotels, for example? Are they going to be offering breakfast and housekeeping again anytime soon?
Not really. Their staffing issues are persisting. They may not get that solved until April or May of next year. It's all about the money. They're going to have to increase the wages of their frontline workers. When that happens, assuming they come back or assuming they can hire new people and then train them, that will be reflected in higher room rates across the board. But don't expect full housekeeping, full room service, or full restaurant or bar service at most hotels until April or May of next year.
What about the cruise lines? Do you think they're going to get hit again?
The cruise lines have done a very, very good job. They figured out all the things they had to comply with the CDC, including about 75 different protocols to be allowed to cruise again. So you haven't seen outbreaks on cruise ships. Have you seen cases? You have. But they've been immediately isolated. They've done great contact tracing. And remember, many cruise lines require you to be vaccinated along with their officers and their crew, so you have 100% vaccine compliance, so that people who are getting hit with a positive test, those are the breakthrough cases, which happen to be, we think, very mild, don't require hospitalization or ventilation. So the good news is right there is that it's being managed.
Peter, how about rental cars? Is that going to be any easier to rent next year?
It will be easier to rent, but not any less expensive. Right now, they're still trying to replace their fleet that they sold off in 2020. Then they got hit with the chip shortage, and the manufacturers couldn't deliver the cars anyway. So you don't have the fleet being replenished yet until maybe January or February of next year. Once that happens, it'll trickle in. It won't come in at the same time. You will see some of that reflected in somewhat lower rates than we're paying now, but certainly not the rates we were paying as low as they were in 2019.
Something to look forward to. Peter, happy travels, happy holidays to you and your family.
No.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.
You got it, Mark. Thanks, Charlotte.
Still to come at 4, it's more sounds of the season.
Thanks to Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Madison. That's what Live at 4 continues.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 14 models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And when we first released Plexiderm, our mission was to help people reduce the appearance of their wrinkles and under eye bags in minutes with a simple serum. After 2 years of reading thousands of reviews, I realized Plexiderm changes people on the inside. It improves their lives dramatically.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. That was me a couple of years ago when I first tried Plexiderm. I think it just exuded this confidence. Really, there are no other options. Plexiderm is the only thing that works. It was life-changing. It was the best decision I ever made. Still using it.
The Plexiderm effect is more than shrinking under eye bags from view. It's more than getting rid of the appearance of crow's feet. It's more than saying goodbye to the look of those 11 lines between your eyes. The real effect of Plexiderm is self-confidence. It's celebrating this holiday season with friends and family, knowing that you look and feel your best. So join us in 2021 and take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and look in the mirror and say, wow, I feel great.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside.
Take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and see real results. Guaranteed. Try it for only $14.95 this holiday season at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $100.
This might look like a cliffhanger.
But this is the Nissan sales event ad.
Save up to $42.62 on select models.
Better bring that home for the holidays.
Well, traffic conditions still picking up for us this evening. Westbound along the Beltline looks smooth, and downtown Madison, the usual slow and go spots on East Wash, but no major hiccups. As far as eastbound on the Beltline, things slow down once you get past Fish Hatchery Road, closer to John Nolan, down to about 24 miles per hour. But then, as you can see, once we get closer to Monona and the interstate, it does pick back up just a little bit. A few slow and go spots for us downtown. The usual locations, though. A quick look further north into parts of Sauk County and Columbia County. The interstate right now looks smooth at the split, and then things on I-90 heading northbound right now all calm. But again, I do think things are just going to pick up more later on this evening once folks get off work, and then of course tomorrow it's going to be a little busier outside. Down to the South Rock County right now, north and southbound on the interstate also pretty smooth, and downtown Janesville we're not seeing any delays for us this evening on this Christmas Eve. From the Beltline to Janesville, 24 minutes. Middleton to Sauk City, 16 15 minutes for us right now. And for downtown to Sun Prairie, sitting at a 17-minute drive this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you, Dana. A lot of people put up outdoor Christmas lights, but then there's this family, the Mogoingles in Plantation, Florida.
Wow.
Maybe it should be called the Griswolds. They have been putting on legendary Christmas displays for more than 30 years. Among the 102 Dalmatians, the inflatables, and the new Under the Sea inspired setup, one of the family's favorite parts is a tribute to the military. The father, who started this tradition 3 decades ago, served in the U.S. Marine Corps. Needless to say, the display draws thousands of visitors, young and old, every Christmas.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
And that's going to be a lot of cleanup at the end.
Yeah, a lot of taking down. Well, today on Live at 4, more sounds of the season from Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Madison.
We have a duet today from Jared Stellmacher, the director of music, and organist Judy Callan.
Come celebrate home for the holidays at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best winter home styles at savings of up to 53% off. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years. Millions of dollars worth of product in stock and ready to be delivered. Only at Ashley Home Store.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now get an Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months plus 500 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Hey guys.
Hey, Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, US Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Come celebrate home for the holidays at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best winter home styles at savings of up to 53% off. Plus, no interest financing for 5 years. Millions of dollars worth of product in stock and ready to be delivered. Only at Ashley Home Store.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team advocates for you. Getting through when you can't.
We hear comments like, oh, thank you for listening. Nobody cared.
Asking the right questions.
Your customers are so frustrated. You hope to make that right.
And getting results.
They sent a water heater the next day after you told me you made the call.
When you're getting nowhere, we have the team and the resources to get answers. Call for Action, only on News 3 Now. We're taking action for you.
Here's a live look right now over Madison, where we have a pretty sunset. Still a bit cloudy outside, though. Of course, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and that cloud coverage will stay with us for Christmas Eve. Mostly cloudy with some fog and light drizzle possible mainly in the afternoon. Certainly unseasonably mild outside. High temperatures in the upper 40s, and we're going to stay pretty mild as we look ahead to Christmas Day as well. Temperatures staying above average, closer to 40 for us for Christmas afternoon.
Dana, thank you very much. Monday on Live at 4, our happiness expert has advice on making New Year's resolutions.
And our film critic Will Loper has the holiday weekend box office numbers and advice on what to watch. That's Monday. No show tomorrow. We're off. We'll see you on Monday.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now get an Edge with 0% financing for 60 months plus 1,500 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
During Steinhaffel's Dream Car Giveaway, you could win a 2-year lease to a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250 when you test rest a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid. Beauty Rest Black are the ultimate in luxury and comfort. Queen mattresses start at just $21.99 and get $200 in Steinhaffel's cash. And with Steinhaffel's special financing, buying a Beauty Rest Black has never been easier. So take a test rest and you could drive away in a Mercedes-Benz GLA 250 during Steinhaffel's Dream Car Giveaway.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
There is no Live at 4 tomorrow, so we wish everyone a safe and Merry Christmas.
We leave you tonight with more holiday sounds from Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Madison. They have Christmas Eve services at both their Madison and Verona campuses tomorrow if you want to attend in person. Again, we'll see you on Monday. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy now more sounds of the season from Jared Stelmacher.